Okay, well, let's move on to topic 2. This won't take too long. It's kind of just a personal topic for me, but somebody brought it up. Topic 2: best lighting solutions for your collection. Um, if you guys have been following along my Bat Bunker videos, I have been, to the point where actually their electrician's coming tomorrow, and getting ready to do some of that work, and then drywall is going to go in, and then at that point they're going to do lighting. I have decided to do smart bulbs up on the ceiling, so it'll be able to change any color pattern or whatever. They're really thin discs, and I know I've showed you guys. But the thing is, when it comes to the built-ins that I'm doing, I want to show you some examples. So some of the examples of things that I've seen are things like this, where they have, the individual lights kind of shining down. This is an example. This is another example of kind of that same look. You kind of get the individual spotlights kind of shining down on things. This was a collection that I thought was really cool, and that's kind of what inspired my built-ins to begin with, was this actual photo, to do something with my premium formats, kind of just like this. And I do like that look a lot. Then there's another collector that has something similar. This is kind of in the dark, when there's no, other lights in the room. This is more of it lit up with other lights in the room. And then of course we have, again, something kind of like this. So you guys kind of get the idea. My electrician, when I was telling him about that, he was kind of talking about how it lights things and how it can create shadows and things like that. So you get kind of like this, where at times you just kind of get silhouettes, depending on the other lighting in the room. And I want mine to be lit up, pretty solidly. So like he recommended something like this, where we do, kind of LED strips with diffusers. I don't really know much about that. And so I'm kind of trying to start to do my homework here with this stuff. But I just wanted to pick your brain. I know we talked a little bit about it in our private chat, but like something like this versus something like this, what do you guys think is the best way for me to go? I like both looks, but I'm just not sure what to do, and I'm getting kind of down to the wire. Like Eric, you have lights in your cubes. How do you light your stuff?
So in the past, not on this cabinet, I had, the LED that came on the spool, and you pull it out yourself. I had it in the aluminum channels. I purchased my own aluminum channels, cut them to size. With those LEDs on the roll, you have to, snip them and do everything yourself. I had to solder the wires and run one wire from this way to the other side, and it's a lot of work. And I was finding with some of the connections, I didn't solder them perfect, and they would flicker every once in a while. And I got rid of that. I didn't like it, so I went to it's called Norfly by IKEA. It's IKEA's lighting, and I just found this out yesterday or the other day when we were talking about it, because I was going to show you that it's discontinued, which I'm upset about. But basically, it's the LED lights, but it's already inside of the aluminum channel. It's called like a U-shaped channel or V-shaped channel, to where it angles the lights inwards into the cabinet. This way, it lights up the front of the statue. So you put it, like in your picture, you had it like,
lip.
Yeah, in your picture, you have it like in the middle. I would push it even more forward. This way it brings the light in the front, because even if you look at those pictures, a lot of those statues, you can't even, the fronts aren't lit up.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of the round puck lights. I think that looks really nice, but the problem is when you have them like above, then all the light just hits downwards and to the sides. And if you have a statue that's leaning forward, that's dynamic, it doesn't light up the front of the statue. So I mean, if you can't find the Norflies anymore or something, I would go with, like you said, like an aluminum channel right on the very, very front of the shelf, and have it angled so the light, shoots at like a 45-degree angle into the cabinet.
Okay. I think Dan, I think you just pretty much have overhead lighting.
Well, I have lighting on my shelves as well.
Oh, that's right. And what did you use?
I used the strip LED. It's kind of a cheap solution.
Yeah.
And I put a black, I found this 1/2-inch anodized aluminum in black metal that I put the strip up. I didn't want to see it, right? I wanted to be hidden. So I just put this strip of black aluminum in front of it, which makes it disappear. It's it's pretty good. I don't know if it's enough light, to be honest. It's okay. It's just very okay. I just, as soon as Eric said the Northfly thing, I brought that up. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, they work seamlessly. They all plug into like you know, a transformer, and you can connect up like 10 transformers, so you can have like 100 of these things all connected to just one switch, which is really great. The other thing, wait, what I just the other point I wanted to make about those, you know, those round, you know, puck lights is, you know, especially for Chris, because Chris has the YouTube channel, and like Dan, you just said you want to try to hide the light. You don't want to be staring at the light. And I can probably even show you now because I have them on my ceiling. Once you start going like that, you start getting like a glare, and if you're in your room filming, or you know, it can be distracting. So that's another reason I would stay away from those round lights, because you could see them on camera. I would try to hide the lights.
And I did do the round lights for the ceiling, and obviously there's not much I can do about that.
That's fine,
but the thing I like about it is I can change the warmth of it. I could change, you know, if I want to have some turned off or some blue or some just highlighting the sides and keep the middle off.
He's frozen. It's a good pose though. I like that. You'll go good.
What do you, Jeff? You don't have lighting, right? You just have
No, I'm like the laziest collector in the world when it comes to lighting. I do have puck lights, but I barely even turn them on. Yeah, and this wall behind me, there's not even an electrical outlet, so that's why I use the pucks here. But I'm so tired of changing out batteries, and I rarely even turn them on.
Yeah,
which is stupid.
Ole, 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 ole. It's good.
It's good.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, what a way to freeze! I tell you. Thank you, guys.
I'm excited for your collection, Chris, because I think once you have the lighting, it's going to take your collection to another level. Because you've never had like lights just like lit up on the statue. You've always had like the ceiling lights, or like, you know, it really enhances the statue when you have like a light shining at it.
Back in the old Sideshow case, you know, when I had that, I did have one strip going around, so that was really the only thing I had lit up.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm like nervous about this, is because I want it to be the right thing, and I want it to really be able to be seen. So to me, I will probably go with some sort of LED strips. Everybody's kind of recommending that in the chat, so thank you guys again for that. With some sort of you know, that the diffuser strip that goes with it. I just don't want them to really be seen. Like, I don't really want to be able to see the strips at all, like in the case. And so I don't know exactly if they do that, like they kind of like embed it in the drywall, because so I'm having my shelves drywalled in, but all of the tops will be MDF. So it'll, you know, and I had all the shelves. I don't know if you guys saw the video today, but like all the shelves are like double thick, like they're going to be really strong. He was really concerned about the weight, so we really wanted to double up on everything. And then again, just update from today's video, I am doing built-ins along the side. And so it's going to have open air 4 feet up, basically. And then below will be a big enough area for all my third scales as well, but that will be lit. And I want it to be lit at the same time as the front shelves are lit. So I want that all to be connected. And again, it's all going to be like app controlled and things like that. So, which is cool. And again, I just don't know how much light. I don't know how much light is appropriate. And a lot of people said, you know, get the statues there and then play with the light. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, because I mean, the guy's going to come here and do it. Like, he's going to put in that stuff for me. Again, I already have purchased the overhead lights, and before I was frozen, I was saying that the nice thing about it is I can, you know, change the colors and the, you know, however I want to configure it for YouTube or whatever. And I like the idea of being able to change. I mean, I think pretty much my cabinets will, like, I know like Jim Mint, he has all of his cabinets and they're constantly changing colors. I just don't know if that fits my style, but you know, it would be nice to be able to do it.
Another freeze.
Oh boy.
I agree with him though. I wouldn't want mine changing colors.
No. I mean, it looks cool, but I wouldn't want it always doing that. I mean, it looks annoying.
It's a little Vegas.
Put it nicely.
I want a warm white light.
Yeah. That's the other thing, the color choice. Like, do you do warm? Do you do bright? I mean, some people like the cooler, you know, bluish white. Some people like the yellowish white. So it's the other thing too.
Now it's just getting ridiculous. Jeez. All right. What was I saying? Do you even know?
Oh, we moved on.
I suppose, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
We're up to color temperature. What color temperature? Oh, well, usually you could change any color temperatures.
We're talking about baseball now.
Anyway, I think I would just say that I think I'm going to pretty much leave my cabinets white most of the time because I just really want to show off the statues. I mean, that's the main point. And then maybe use some of the overhead lighting for color, like blues or pinks or whatever, in the room. So anyway, do you guys think that's probably the best way? That's kind of what I was getting at. Do you guys think that's probably the best way is to just do the LED strips as opposed to the individual little lights?
I do.
For me, yeah. And like I said, you'll have those aluminum channels and it will hide the light so you don't have to stare at the little, LED bulbs everywhere.
Exactly.
Or you could do Dan's idea and just block it with something. That's
Just block it.
pretty smart too, because those aluminum channels are expensive.
I've even seen some really, I've been looking into them today. They even have drywall channels. So you can actually create like beams of light basically going up and doing some sort of like architectural, interest area. So it's like the channel is built into the wall with drywall. And then, you just run the LEDs up those. And then you have these really neat lights kind of like, you can space them out. Like that would be kind of cool on the sides to do something like that with some light. So I don't know. I've got some thinking to do.
Yep.
That's for sure. Anything else you guys want to talk about with lights? Again, I'm just trying to wrap my head around it before I have to make these decisions.
So you're doing the LED strips, like on the not the ceiling, on the actual display, and he's going to put it inside of like aluminum channel.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say about that is, like I said, I had those on my first display. It works really well for a cool white temperature. But if you ever want to do like a warmish white, I don't know, maybe they've gotten better over the years, but I always had trouble trying to get like a warm white. I had to like almost go into like a yellow color, which was a little bit too yellow.
Was
like,
it
mine look very yellow on camera, but they're not that yellow in person. They're actually more like a daylight.
Was it app controlled or was it just the?
It was with the remote. The ones that come with it, like you get them on Amazon and comes a little remote.
Oh yeah,
control.
those little thin ones.
I'm going back like 6 years, so I'm sure they improved it by now. Hopefully.
So the stuff that I'm going to be getting is all going to be like, it's all got a program and you can change it to whatever temperature and warmth. And I mean, I think for me, I typically like the more of the cool white look.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's
it's personal preference.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to want to light this place up like a Christmas tree as much as I can. Cause again, I feel like the brighter it is, it depends on I don't know. I feel like the better I can get my lighting, the better it shows off the statues.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whereas I feel like sometimes with yellow light, it can sometimes kind of mute it on camera. So I don't know. It just.
Yeah, on camera, mine look very yellow. My lights don't look like this in real life. Like right now, I'm looking at it on the screen. It looks yellow. It doesn't look like that.
Yeah, it's funny how the camera plays it like that.
Yeah.
It's just interesting.
Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today. And if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.